This is how I do quilt as you go quilting, making a square. I cut 3 pieces. The first one is the backing piece, which is cut 12 inches in this example. Then the batting, which is cut at 9 inches. And then my top material, which is cut at 10 inches. And part of the beauty of this is that you can use a different colour backing for each square so that you've got a pattern on the back of the quilt as well as the front. I'm just going to quilt this very quickly so I can show you. So I'm just running a 2-inch quilting seam down each piece. Sorry, my machine is so loud, it's very old, but it does a beautiful job, even if it is clunky. Now, I'm not striving for excellence here, I'm just striving to show you, so my edges might not be exactly tuned. I'm using a walking foot with a measuring device here that you might not be able to see. If you don't have a walking foot and you do quilting, I suggest you get one. I also suggest that if you have 2 machines, you keep the walking foot on one machine all the time, do all your plain sewing with it. You can sew dresses or anything with it. And then the other machine you can use for sewing things like zippers where you need a different foot. Okay, back to this. I've done the basic quilting, so I'm just going to quickly trim the edges and I'll show you how. I'm now going to do the edging of the quilt without using pins or glue basting or anything. So I've got my edge, which is a little bit bigger than the front piece, and I fold it and I fold it again, hold it down there, take it to the end, making sure it's folded, and where the fabric, the top starts, I will put my needle and as I go, just keep making sure that stays there. I'll run my edge turn. Now when you get to fairly close to the other end, you've got to leave enough room to turn the next corner. So you fold over once, fold over again, and so up to, just so you're catching that, one more switch. Now I'm not going to worry about the other edge because when I'm finished the quilt, they will all be caught down by joining the bits together, and then I'll sew an edge around the total edge of the quilt. So turn it around, I'll do one more, and then I'll show you how it looks when it's finished. Stopping and folding over, I'll catch that, and I'll just pause there. Now here's one I did earlier, so you can see that it's sewn all the way around. The light's a bit bad in here, I hope you can see it, but it's quite pretty. And these are the bits that aren't totally sewn down, just this little edge bit, but when I sew them together, that bit will be sewn. Now you might ask, how do you sew these together to make a quilt? I'll show you the line that I've done. This is 6 of those pieces joined together. I just butted them up against each other and allowed about a millimetre overlap It wasn't really needed, but if it happened, it happened, and it gives a little bit more strength. And this is a triple zigzag stitch. I don't know any machine that doesn't have it. This machine is at least 20 years old. I think it's got it. It gives a backwards and forwards zigzag all the way, which is very strong. And if I show you the back, you'll see what I mean about different colours. So my first backing colour was a pale pink, then the cream, then a bright pink, then the cream, then the pale pink, and then the cream. So that from the back of the quilt is also a pattern. And I've used different quilting designs as well to give it a little more variety. This is just across. The cream one's always that one that we just saw, and the bright pink has stripes. So I hope that this can help speed up somebody's quilt when they have to make a quilt in a hurry. Thank you.